Hello everyone, Coach Carole here with you this evening in my time. I was expecting to have my co-host with me, but I think I have made a mistake with the time zone differences, and it looks like John Marie Pearson is not able to join me now at this time. So I'll go ahead with my thoughts on using Facebook as one of your networks for your personal genealogy network. This is day 4 in the challenge, so I hope you're going well with what you've been doing, taking it step by step. Love to hear from you in the community when you can. What I like about the social media surrounding genealogists is that there is a plethora of groups, of streams, conversations, individuals, plus the family history societies and the ancestry service companies. All of these have a presence on Facebook. Knowing where to find them is the next step. What I was going to ask Jean-Marie is what her specialty is in helping others network in social media. And in going to Jean-Marie's website, I could see that for myself. She is working on providing an understanding of connection to your ancestors, your history, and the world. That's her mission. She provides help for you in using social media smartly. And you can find out all about that on her blog at www.thesimpleLivingGenealogist.com. I'll add that at the end of the live cast. On the home site, Jean-Marie has a blog in which she gives a plethora of hints, tips, and tutorials on how you can master your social media. Not always around genealogy, some more generic types of instructions, but this one was a good one. Steps to making sure people can find you on social media. So that's one of the posts in her blog. And another one, a tool or more to create fantastic social media content. So there's lots to see out there in her blog at the Simple Living Genealogy site. Facebook is one of the networks that I use most prevalently, especially at times when I'm doing special campaigns or challenges like this one, where I'm darting in between groups and making sure that everyone's message has been replied to and that I am responding to those who want to come into groups. I host a number of groups in Facebook, some of which are genealogy based. Now, the benefits for me in finding genealogists in Facebook are many. And I do that by using the search field right on Facebook and put in words like genealogy, family history, ancestral storytelling, all of those usual terms to find groups or pages by genealogists. And I often come up with hundreds. And I need to specialize a little bit more and to choose those that I'm more likely to go back to on a frequent basis. The communication that we have available within those groups is standard for most people who are used to Facebook. Someone makes a post, someone replies to the post. Someone replies to the reply, and you end up with a thread of conversation, which is one of the nicest features of being in a Facebook group. And if you're in a genealogy group and you've got a brick wall in your research, you could ask a question there and have many people step forward and try to find a solution for you. So that's one of the really big benefits of belonging to several different genealogy Facebook groups. The other question that I was going to ask Jean Marie is, why is it different in Facebook in the communication between our genealogists? How does it differ from Twitter, for example? Last night, Natalie Pithers was describing how Twitter is a very fast-paced online space with short messages, whereas in Facebook, we have a slower moving process. There are more conversations and longer threads. I find it easier to catch up on a thread in Facebook, I must admit. However, we'll find out from Jean Marie perhaps in a reply post in the community about some of the other things that she would advocate for us. I've spoken about threads. That's one feature of Facebook that you become used to. And then, of course, other activities like posting, replying, sharing, and liking. What I thought I would do is take you over to my personal genealogy network. So I'm going to attempt to share the screen here in StreamYard. Just takes a few minutes for the technology to make sense to me. Click that, and now you should be able to see my screen. It tells me that it's sharing and you're looking at my personal genealogy network. So if we focus in this list for a little while, this is the one which has cards filled with links to my Facebook groups. I'll just show you an example. These are some that I have subscribed to. You're probably thinking, that's too many for me to manage. You do what you wish to do and maybe have half a dozen. But you'll find that there are some specialist groups like this one, Genealogy with Evernote. This tool, Evernote, is one of my favorite tools for recording my research. So in that Facebook group, I meet other genealogists who also use Evernote, and I can ask questions there. Another one, which is slightly different, the family history writers. People who are on the same kind of journey as myself in writing up stories about their ancestors. And I can link in with them and find out what conversations are happening there. There's also a Facebook group for the Geneabloggers. Now, being a blogger, I like to find out, what's the latest strategy that people use in attracting people to their genealogy blogs. And then a really specialist one that I only found this year is the Genealogical Crime Mystery Book Club. And in that one, you're rubbing shoulders with authors of ebooks. And on the last day of this challenge, I'm delighted to say that one of those authors will be with me as a co-host, talking about her books on the Esme Quentin series. So that's just one card that I've got for my groups in Facebook. And you can see that there are others. If you want, you can go to a genealogy master list of Facebook groups. I'll put that link at the end of the livecast. This is a really handy one to have so that you will see all of it in one place and you can pick and choose from there. What else have I got here in my kit bag? The Genealogy Squad is a very useful group. The Ancestors Came to Australia one is useful for me, being an immigrant to this country. And Find My Past forum is also something that I frequent when I'm over in Facebook. So those are the frequently visited groups in my personal genealogy network. I hope you'll have fun in finding yours. And I do encourage you to get the URL of the actual group or page and paste it into a card in your Trello board. Give it a title and save. And that way you'll begin to build up a few of these Facebook groups that you can rub shoulders with other genealogists and family historians. That's it from me. I will attempt to bring you further information about my interview that was planned with John Marie, and perhaps we'll do that as an extra bonus time live cast for you later. So this has been Day 4's livecast, Networking with Social Media, with a focus on Facebook.